Good evening, friends. Welcome to this kind of last minute live. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm not choppy. Am I choppy? Check and see if I'm choppy. I don't think so. No, I'm not choppy. How's it going, everybody? So I decided to do a last minute kind of live stream because I went to an art store today. Stony Creek, Ontario, Anne, you're like 15 minutes away from me. So I went to an art store today with my mom and I got a 266 color dot card and I want to swatch it. And I thought, I could either watch a movie while I swatch it, or I could go live on YouTube so you guys could see the colors and we could also chat because I feel like I haven't been live on here in a while. So I thought it'd be nice to kind of catch up with everyone. So welcome, everyone.
You're not choppy.
I'm not choppy? Okay, thanks, Matt. Hi, Allison. Hi, Jessica. France friends. Hi, Jackie, Judy, Nancy, Pam, Jordy. Welcome, guys. Well, another one from Ontario, Canada. Jackie, woohoo! Hey, locals. Okay, so, yeah. Anything I want to say? Do you want to come here? Matt loves being live. He's just waiting for Noah to go to sleep.
Watch my show.
So he can go watch his show.
I got new
266 dot card. Go big or go home, right? Hi.
Yeah, that's true. Hi.
He's gonna go and watch what show are you watching?
Andor.
Some sort of nerd show.
It's a Star Wars thing.
Because you're a nerd.
Yeah.
But I love you.
So that's the lady who got 400 things of paint to swatch.
266. Okay, it's only 206. Okay. I guess I am an art nerd. But look at all the fun colors you could see.
Who's the nerd now?
Me. I love it. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Where did you get that swatch card? I got this one at an art store called Desiree's. I don't know if it's outside of Ontario, but they have a few locations here in Ontario. And I'm trying to convince Matt to go to Buffalo with me to go to Hyatt's art store because it's the biggest art store in like the US and it's only like an hour from our house.
You really want to do that?
I do. We're just nervous about traveling to the States right now as Canadians.
No, but we don't talk about that.
But I really want to I want to get a new pencil because like this is like the regular size, but I've used this much of it.
Can I point something out to you?
What?
Yes, you've used this much, but you still have all of this.
I know.
You don't need.
Clearly I'm using it quickly, so what if I run out and I don't have a backup?
Well, then that video is just going to have to wait.
No! I want to get it. They have open stock of pencils, so...
We'll go and buy you new pencils. We're going to literally...
But they also have, like, a crap ton of stuff that they don't have at art stores around here. And Desiree's was, like, besides Michael's, it's the closest one. And Michael's has, like, nothing.
So...
Desiree's has some things.
Prison in Venezuela.
We're going to go... I thought we weren't discussing this. I mean, it's fine.
Everything's fine.
But yeah.
Everything's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, if you're in the States, you can order them from Blick and
I mean,
Jerry's
we could
Artorama.
also order them from there. Just so
I want to go to the store and walk around. I want to go to the store.
I'll take you to the store.
I apologize for all of America. This is what it said.
You don't have to apologize for any of it. It's not your fault.
It's not anyone's... It's not your fault. It's just...
It's no one's fault.
It's how it is right now. But I want to go to the art store.
I know. This
is
very much a
would not recommend traveling to the U.S. right now, unfortunately.
This is very much a first
Someone said
world
that.
problem.
I'll leave it there, but it's legitimately dangerous for everyone.
Yes.
But I want more pencils. Okay.
We'll talk about it.
We'll wait. I don't need it. I do have this much left of my pencil.
When did you buy this pencil? When did we get this pencil? When?
Like a month ago.
Okay. So let's assume that this is a month. 2 months? 3 months?
But I don't want to use it when it's really tiny.
You have tiny hands. It'll be fine.
Shut up. Okay.
I just want to see chat. Hi, everybody.
I know you can sit and chat with us if you like. I
no.
can swatch and you.
Major life tip, always marry the nerd. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Good night. Have fun. I'm going to go watch my nerdy show now.
Okay, I'm gonna swatch my nerdy colors now.
Do you want me to bring Noah's monitor over here, or should I just leave it there?
Leave it there, just turn
I
it
think
up
he's
a
fine.
little bit. Can you just check on him one more time? Just so he doesn't call for me and then I have to call for you because I'm not going in there.
He's asleep. He's out.
Okay, yeah, he's asleep. Desiree's online has them. Yes, online you can order from Desiree's. If you're okay, love you, bye.
You can order online from Desiree's?
Yes, which I have, but I wanted to go in the store, so I went.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually order a lot online from Desiree's because it ships really fast here, where I am at least. But anyway, okay. So, yes, we can stick to painting. Yep, we're going to start doing that right now. Okay. So, I'm going to switch you guys around and show you what I got here. Okay. Okay, bye, Patricia. Have a great night. Okay, so now we're going to start swatching our cards. So look how many colors there are here. Like, this is crazy. 266. I'm really excited about some of these because I haven't, like, people have asked if I've had Daniel Smith before, and I haven't, only because I have so many other colors. I'm just going to start swatching because this is going to take forever. So with these dot cards, if you don't know, they're just little tiny like dollops of color, and all you have to do to activate them is add water from your brush and you can just swatch. You can swatch it here, or you can pick up the pigment and put it on a different piece of watercolor paper if you like. Or you can do it this way and let it dry, and then it still reactivates again. There's still like a decent amount of paint on here, but it's just so you can kind of see the colors. So that's Buff Titanium. That's actually one of the only colors I have of Daniel Smith. And not because they're not good paints. These are great paints. It's just that I started with Winsor & Newton originally. And you guys know, like, building a collection of paints, it gets expensive. So to try a billion different kinds, it's an investment. So I figured I have enough amazing paints, I like that yellow, that I didn't need to start building up a Daniel Smith collection. But I do love Buff Titanium. And then I did recently buy, in the past year, Undersea Green. And I absolutely love that one too. So then when I saw this at the store today, I was like, you know what? I think I want to just test some of these out in case there's like a color that I need that I don't know about yet. So that's why I'm doing this. It's like all my France friends are on here. The ladies who were on the France retreat are in the comments. We had such a good time. Okay, yellows are not that exciting to me. Does anybody here have a favorite yellow? And how do you feel about cadmium colors? Because I know they're like toxic, but I mean, I'm not eating my paint or like sniffing it or using it in large quantities. So I don't know how I feel about it. There are lots of paint. There's lots of paint on these little dot cards. Like, I could paint a decent picture in the end if I wanted to, I think. Maybe I will. Was it expensive? Okay, so I will say this. Yes, it was kind of expensive. So it was for this, and this is Canadian dollars. Remember, I'm in Canada. Everything here, like the exchange rate, if you're in the US, I'm curious to know how expensive it would be on Amazon.com. Actually, I'm gonna check on my computer because I think I got mine at Desiree's for $44, which is a lot for, a dot card. Daniel Smith dots. Let's see. Okay, that's a different one. Okay, $35 on Amazon for the 266 dot card. So, I mean, that's actually, yeah, 35. Mine was like a good $10 more. That was going to be my question. I know their talks about cadmiums are very vibrant and beautiful. That's my thing too. Like, they are very vibrant. Like the cadmium yellow medium. I kind of like this one. It's like it's a subtle kind of yellow, like a little bit creamy. I wonder if there's like a white in that. But there's some other nice yellows here that I'm seeing that I'm just kind of like, oh, those work too. Usually when I pick a yellow, I usually have like a cadmium yellow and then like a lemon yellow. Lemon yellow, which is the one I'm swatching now, tends to be a bit more like cooler. Really great for mixing vibrant greens. And then cadmium yellow, I just feel is a little bit warmer. But looking at all of these, I would pick, if I had to pick in my palette, this is Naples yellow. Hansa yellow light's nice. The Azo yellow's nice. This Naples yellow is interesting. It's kind of like orangey. That's cool. Hansa yellow deep. This is just orange. I don't know why it says yellow. You pay $28.77 plus tax for the dock card. That's pretty good. Yeah, everything here in Canada is like crazy. Like, I look at some of the prices on Blick.com and I'm like, oh, I'm so jealous. And I know if I go to Hyatt's in Buffalo, the prices are going to look amazing because it's in American dollars compared to Canadian. But then when I actually do the conversion, it's going to suck for me. But I want to go because they have so much at Hyatt's. I don't know if you guys have ever been there. So it's in Buffalo. I can't remember where in Buffalo, but it's like an hour from me. And I went once with the boys and Matt, which was not super fun because the kids just wanted to run around and I just wanted to browse, and I just felt like I couldn't really look at everything I wanted to and take my time because the kids were getting restless and Matt had to wrangle them. So that wasn't as fun. So Matt and I wanted to go like when they're at school or something, but they just have such a crazy selection and they have those pencils open stock. So I don't know. Okay. So we're into the oranges now. I like green paints. Me too. Greens are my favorite. That's what I'm looking forward to. It's like all the greens here. I want to swatch. And I'm curious to see if there's any like granulating ones that I don't have because I love undersea green. And I will kind of go back and look at the colors with you guys and tell you which ones I like, maybe which ones I recommend, because I mean, it's going to be a little bit different. Ooh, this transparent pyrrole orange is kind of fun. That's bright. That's interesting. I kind of like that. And the Aussie red gold is interesting too. Hi, Cheryl. Reds, yeah, they have a lot of different reds on here. There's some really nice ones. Quinacridone coral. So usually when I'm picking a red too, like, so I try and work with limited palettes, as a lot of you guys know. So I'll try and pick a warm hue and a cool hue of a color. So I don't know if you guys saw, I think I did it. Ooh, this red is nice. Perline Scarlet. Oh, that's pretty. That's a juicy red. Sorry. I don't know if you guys saw, I feel like I did a video not too long ago about warm and cool colors. And a really great way to tell which colors are warm and which ones are cool are by looking at a dot card, because they actually arrange them from like color temperature. So hold on. So, okay, let's take red for instance. Ooh, perline red. I love perline colors. Does anybody know what perline means? I actually don't, but I find any color that's perline in it, I love it. Okay. Hold on. Actually, let me finish swatching this card and then I'll show you what I mean about the warm and cool colors. Someone remind me, because I got to keep going. Ooh, permanent red deep. There's a lot of nice reds. Someone asked about granulating. Can you explain granulating and why and when to use them? So I hated granulating colors before. Was not a fan. So granulating is basically the pigment. So all watercolors are made from like a powder, kind of like a ground pigment, right? And then it's mixed with binder to, you know, turn into like a watercolor to stick it all together. Some pigments are I want to say bigger than others. Like they're not ground as fine, they're chunkier. So when you do paint with them, you see a lot more separation, you see a lot of texture. Now, I did not, ooh, that alizarin crimson's nice. I did not like granulating colors before because I just found they were too textured for me, and I really enjoyed when a paint was nice and kind of like a flat wash. Like so far, all of these, I don't see much granulation. But over the years, I've seen other artists use them. Ooh, Carmine's nice too. Sorry. And I've grown very fond of them. And I'm actually working with Arcar Creations on developing a granulating palette. I'll actually give you a sneak peek of some of the colors that I'm testing because they're awesome. So the way I would use them is, I don't know if you guys follow Sarah Cray. She does a lot of like granulating landscapes, like atmospheric landscapes, or at least she did in the fall, and they're absolutely stunning. And they just provide this like moodiness and texture to your paintings. Let me see if I can find my sketchbook really quickly. Where are you? Hold on. Okay, I'm just going to show you quickly what granulating paints are. So these are the ones by Arcar Creations. And like, if you look up close, see how they separate? There's some of them that are like two-tone. They're very textured and kind of granular, right? So one way I loved using them was creating like these moody landscapes. Is it this one? Yes. So like this one specifically, this is Daniel Smith Undersea Green. And you just get this like moodiness and texture and separation with the colors that is so much fun. Like this one is a very granulating paint. This was, oh my gosh, what paint is this? Was it a Paul Rubens? I can't remember. But they're just really fun. So that's what it is. Anyway, that's granulating. Okay. Now I am trying to see what you guys are talking about too. But now I'm going to explain quickly about how to find the temperature of a color. So we all know that there's warm and cool colors, like on a color wheel. Yellow, orange, and red tend to be warm colors. And blue, green, purple are cool colors. But each color has a warm and cool version of itself. A red can have a warm undertone, or it can have a cool undertone. And one of the ways to identify that is when you look at a dot card, they'll kind of go into each other. So a warm red, here's all my reds, right? I just really want to swatch this. Bordeaux. Ooh, pretty. Okay, so here are all the reds, right? They start here very orangey, and then they kind of go a little deeper, and then they make their way into pinks. The reds that are closest to the orange side are warmer reds. So this cadmium scarlet hue, transparent pyrrole orange, vermilion, perline scarlet, cadmium red hue. These are a bit warmer. As we make our way down and they're closer to pink, they're cooler. They want to lean more towards purple, which is what we're starting to go into, right? So the ones that are closer to the purple side are going to be cooler. The reds that are closer to the orange side are warmer because orange is a warm color, purple is a cool color. Okay, so that's a good way. Like if you're wondering, ooh, perline violet. Oh, sorry. If you're wondering which colors you should get, if I'm saying to get one that is like a cool red and get a warm red, and you're wondering which ones, I would suggest getting a dot card, picking a red that has a bit more of an orangey tone that it's leaning towards. I really like this permanent red. It's kind of like a middle ground. Like this line seems kind of almost like a middle ground red. So a permanent red where it can be mixed really nicely with an orange or a yellow and turn orange. And then the darker ones like alizarin crimson, quinacridone red, permanent red deep, those are cooler reds, and those will actually mix really beautiful purples. So I can even show you quickly the difference between mixing the different reds. So let me pick like a run-of-the-mill blue. I don't know which one to pick. Let's do phthalo blue, okay? Here's a phthalo blue. Here's a phthalo blue. If I mix an orangey red, so let's just say this permanent red with a blue, okay? I'm going to get this kind of muddy looking purple. Okay, it's really dark. But if I pick a cooler red that's leaning more towards purple, like almost like a pink, let's do, I mean, I would say, I'm trying to pick a good one. Even like, let's just do quinacridone rose, okay? So it's kind of pinky, kind of reddish. Mix it together, you get this more vibrant purple. You see that? Even if it's not on the pinky side, I'm going to grab a little bit more blue. Okay, and then I'm going to grab an actual just like dark red. Let's see, let's do this alizarin crimson. It's still going to make a little bit more of a vibrant purple than if you have an orangey red. Okay? So that's what I mean about picking cool and warm colors. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. Hold on for a second. I'm just gonna do this so I can actually see you guys too. I have not been able to order your botanical brushes. It won't let me check out numerous times. Says there is a credit card error to keep trying. I have no idea, Fran. You can try and contact Craftimo, or maybe, I don't know, try another card. I have no idea. I'm so sorry. I don't know, because Craftimo deals with the orders. Have you tried a Gallo watercolor paint? No, but I have seen them before, and I've never tried them. Never tried them. Okay, I'm going to switch my water because we're moving into the cooler paints now, and then my water is just going to get muddy. So here is like a close-up of some of these colors. Okay, see how it moves from like yellow, orange, red, pink. So these reds that way are going to be warmer. These reds are going to be cooler. And I'll show you with the blues too, because blues can be a little bit tricky. All right, let's go. Wisteria. This looks pretty. I love a good purple. Okay, I got to make sure I'm in frame. Oh yeah. I love a good lavender. I'm excited about the lavender. I looked for the lavender open stock at Desiree's, and that was like one of the colors they did not have. They didn't have lavender in like any colors. Winsor & Newton, nothing. Everything was out. Ultramarine red. Don't love that color. I don't love when they're not very pigmented. When they're like very subtle. I love when there's just like a little swipe and you get this like really dark saturated pigment. Quinacridone purple. Ooh. Wow. Gallo watercolor rocks. I've never tried them, but I have seen them. See, that's another one. Like, there's all these brands. It's like, I already have so many watercolors. It's hard justifying trying so many different. And I have tried a few. And I will say that Purprite Genuine. Don't love that color. I will say that I am very lucky that some brands will send me their watercolors to try. Like Paul Rubens is so great at giving me things to try anytime they come out with new things. Even M. Graham, nope, not M. Graham, which I actually would like to. Michael Harding sent me some paints, and I love their paints. So I don't understand like paints like this where it's like there's like no pigment. I don't get it. Like, I'm trying. Amethyst Genuine. No idea why it doesn't swipe. Whoa, and then there's like that intense purple. Holy moly. Don't get it. Just ordered those dot cards. Yeah, they're so much fun. Art Card Creation is wonderful. Isn't she great? So Art Card Creation, for those who don't know, is run by a woman named Trupti and her husband. She makes the paints. I believe he makes the sketchbooks. They're like a little family business. They're based out of India. So, so sweet. Her paints are gorgeous. And I worked with them for my botanical set. And now we're doing the granulating set, and I am so obsessed. Like, her paints are gorgeous, such great quality. Shadow Violet. Oh, okay, Moon Glow, I believe, is a granulating color. And people say to give that a try. I kind of want to just swatch it here and see, because people have said that's one color that people are like, you need to get Moon Glow. So I want to try that. So I'm gonna add a little bit more water and we'll see how that dries. Ooh, yeah, I can already see it doing its thing. And then I'll pick what colors I like, and then when I do go to the art store, maybe I'll pick that up. Okay, let's let that dry, and then we'll see how it looks after. What is this? Sugulite Genuine? Is this sparkly? What is this? Yeah, it looks like an iridescent one. It's a very weird place to put it on the dot card, but ooh, that's sparkly. Not a huge fan of sparkly paints. Yeah. The colors marked a P are Primatech colors. They are made with earth, gemstones, or mineral pigments. Oh, interesting. Thank you. So even though this is my job, I don't know everything there is to know about watercolor. I'm not one of those people that are like super technical with pigments and all the information about all that stuff. And I don't believe you need to be in order to paint. And I just love painting and I love teaching. So indigo, I love indigo. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Moon Glow is gorgeous. Let's look at it. Yeah. Okay, I might need to get that one. See how it's like granulating and it like separates and there's like, I see a hint of like this light blue. That's pretty. Are there any other granulating colors anybody knows about that I should watch out for on this card? Ooh, Mayan dark blue is nice. Amethyst is a Primatech paint made with some real amethyst. Oh, interesting. Okay. So it's kind of like, oh, what was there was a blue one with Michael Harding. And it's like a stone. I forget what it's called, but that was kind of a cool one too. Lapis lazuli. How do you say that? Yeah, the Michael Harding has this color too. And this I know is like a stone as well. So yeah, it's like, I guess, yeah, it's an earth pigment. So it's harder to activate. I do like this color though. Interesting. Lunar Black is gorgeous. Very granulating. Okay, I'll look for that one. Serpentine Genuine. Okay. Okay, I'm going to be on the lookout for these colors. French Ultramarine. Ultramarine is one of my favorite colors. I love it. Green Appetite Genuine. Appetite. Turquoise Genuine. Okay. I'm going to look for all these colors. Yeah. Love a good ultramarine. Cobalt. Isn't cobalt toxic too? But it's so pretty. And it's so pretty. Phthalo blue. Lavender. Oh, I did not wash that off well enough. I love lavender. I don't know why. It's just like one of those colors that like suck me in. King Royal Blue. That's pretty. I love blues too. Rose of Ultramarine. Ooh. Mayan, Lunar Blue, Black, anything named Genuine, and anything with a P and a black circle. Oh, there's the P that you're talking about. Okay. Look at me learning from you guys. Thanks. We should all hang out more often. Okay. Oh, I love ultramarine. Prussian blue. Okay, Mayan blue genuine. Let's try this. Oh, that is a nice shade. Oops. No, they're still wet. Oops, my bad. Okay. Just gonna put that there actually in case. Lavender looks like my favorite crayon color, periwinkle. Yeah, very like, is the definition? Ooh, that's an interesting cerulean blue. That feels like a dusty blue, which they usually don't look like that. I like that. Yeah, they're usually like more like this one. Cerulean blue. Was it chrome? Ooh, that's very pigmented too. I always find the cerulean blues that I've used before are not very, like they're very light. They don't activate as well. Those are actually pretty nice. What was I saying? I don't remember. Yes, the lavender looks like periwinkle. I don't know what the difference is between the words periwinkle and lavender, but it always feels like the same color to me. Cobalt teal blue. I like this color too, but I never find a place to use it unless I'm painting like a Mediterranean kind of sea, like at the ocean. I'm like, meh. Kingsman green turquoise. That's a kind of nice color. Thanks, Jesse. Mayan B is great. I use it all the time. I've been following you for I've been following you for years now, and I really love your style. I'm from Argentina, but I live in Florida. Thank you for following. How did you start? Start painting? I believe my story is on YouTube somewhere, but the short story of it is I was really depressed. Back in 2016, I was teaching kindergarten, was newly married, and I was just like going through something in my head, and I was just like, I'm really depressed. I just didn't feel like I had this purpose, and I was just going through stuff. And then I was like, you know what makes me happy? Art stores always made me happy as when I was younger. So I went to a Michael's, which I had never been to, and I went there and I got my first watercolor palette and some dollar store brushes and paper, and I painted like all weekend, and I became obsessed. Like obsessed. And I was like painting cards. I mean, I've always painted cards for everybody. Ooh, Blue Appetite Genuine. That is really nice. Hold on. I'm just gonna swatch it here. Some really nice colors. And yeah, I just kept painting like every day. And then once I had my son, that was in 2016, and then I was like painting on and off. And then when I had my son in 2018, motherhood was like, whoa, this is crazy. So I needed something for myself again, because I had taken a little bit of a break from painting. I wasn't doing it as often. And then once he would start napping, I would just sneak off to my office and I would paint and paint and paint and paint and paint. And it became like this little side thing that I was just like, you know what? I love this for myself. And I decided to start creating videos because I was like, I teach kindergarten. I could do this. I could teach. And then I did. And that's how I kind of started. And then I decided once I had him not to go back to work and do this, or be a stay-at-home mom and do this. And then it turned into a career. So yeah. Ooh, Cascade Green. Okay, this is one people are talking about too. Gotta swatch it. That is pretty. Reminds me of like Emerald City. Almost, just not as bright and vibrant. I'm excited to find... Ooh, does that split and like change? Or is that just me? Okay. Guys, you're gonna make me go to the art store again. Ooh, this is pretty. Ooh, I like this green. What is it? Jadeite? Genuine? I'm a sucker for greens. Love greens. Okay, yeah. That Cascade Green is really pretty. I don't know if you can see that separation of color, but like, holy moly, that's really pretty. Oh, amethyst is highly pigmented. Tip, all of the P in a circle are, okay, yes. Are made with minerals, must pre-activate with a drop of water or you won't see its full potential. Okay. Maybe I'll just like a couple of them that are like seeming a little bit dull. Not too many. Just that amethyst one so far. But maybe I'll come back. There's a little bit of water on there now. Add a little bit more water to this. I find some granulating colors really shine when you add water, like when you have those really light washes with it. Does anyone like these colors, like spring green? I love greens, but I don't love like a fake kind of spring green, you know what I mean? Where it's almost like neon paint. I do love it with a pencil to add over top of some dark colors, but like this permanent green light. I'm curious to know who gravitates towards these kind of colors and is like, yep, I'm going to use that. It just seems so fake. Even this permanent green, you know what I mean? Just like elementary school paints. I don't know. I tend to go for more of the natural greens that you see a bit more in nature. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Kristen. Yes, it splits. Yes, that's so cool. Okay, there's some cool ones. I actually probably should write those down. Really, I feel, ooh, this is a nice sap green, actually. Really, I feel like to get the full potential. Okay, I'm going to let that marinate for a second because that's one with a P. Coming back to this amethyst one. Oh, my water is kind of dirty. Okay, yeah, it is more pigmented once you give it a little bit of time. There it is. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Chromium green oxide. I do like that color too. Okay, this is one that people are saying is a good one. Ooh, I do like that green. Oh my. That's pretty. It's like an olive green kind of. Ooh. I love it. Amethyst one sparkles when dry. Does it? Cool. Okay, these greens are fun. Okay. Let me just quickly jot down. This is Cascade Green. Ones that are jumping out at me. This one's Moon Glow. Cascade Green. This one was... Is it this one? I think it was this one, right? Jade, was it? How do you say that? Jadeite? Genuine? Is that what it is? Or am I crazy? Ooh. Okay, the Cascade Green is amazing. Okay, hold on. Jade. Right. Genuine. Okay, Moon Glow. And then this one was green. Oh my gosh. Guys, I don't need more watercolors. But I'm gonna get some. Right? This mossy green is so pretty. Okay, there's more greens on this page. Hold on. Woo-hoo. Okay, this Terre Verte I've tried in, ooh, there, it's kind of, I'm gonna let that marinate for a second. I've had that in Winsor Newton, and it wasn't great. Ooh. Ooh, this deep sap green is pretty too. I just want a palette of greens. I like this. This is a nice dark green. These was it Terre Verte? I don't know. Meh. Perlene green I have in Winsor & Newton, and Shinhan has a shadow green that's very similar. I have a lot of this color, even though it's like one of my favorites, so I don't need another one. But it is very beautiful. Rose of Ultramarine is gorgeous. Did I do that one yet? I don't think so. Or did I? Did I? Did I do Rose of Ultramarine? Was it one of these ones? Oh, it is. Ooh. Oh, okay, hold on. I'm going to have to go back through your comments, guys. Make sure I got all the granulating ones. Okay. Rose of Ultramarine is that one. This deep sap green is nice, but it's similar to Perlene green. I don't need it. Don't need it. Decided. When one, I don't need watercolors, said no one ever. Yeah, I know, Nicole, right? We always need colors. No, if you guys saw the amount of watercolors I have, and I donate too to like my local community. It's crazy. What brand of paints that come in your custom tin? I didn't get to write them down. You mean in my subscription boxes? Is that what you're talking about, Tanya? The brand of these ones are Daniel Smith. We're swatching the Daniel Smith colors. Ooh, Prussian green. That's kind of pretty. It's like a turquoisey kind of. Rare earth green. Meh. I mean, I could just have all the greens and be very, what is this called? Some of them just need to activate. Daniel Smith dot card, yes. What brand are the paints that come in your custom tin? Sorry, did I not say that? Yeah, Tanya, is that the subscription box one? This is one of my favorites, is Undersea Green. I love, just so you guys can see the beauty that is this color. And when it separates, oh. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of water on that one. Olive green, I love a good olive green. Yup. That's so pretty. Emma, I know you have a Spain retreat later in the year. Are you thinking of doing more in 2026? I'm going to have to start saving. Miley, yes. I'm actually going to be making an announcement soon. I'm very excited. I'm actually just waiting to hear back from UpTrek about the timeline for the announcement of my next retreat. I will say, I'm not going to tell you where yet. Ooh, rich green gold is nice. But I will say it's going to be May next year, beginning of May. And it's someplace amazing. I'm very excited. Very, very excited. Okay, let's see. What is this? Zoisite Genuine? I don't know what this is. Meh. It's like very muted. Meh. I bought them from Craftimo and they came in the sets. To put okay. Yes, so those are student grade paints, the ones that came in my subscription boxes on the Craftimo website. So they're not a specific brand because they are student grade. But I will say we are talking about new subscription boxes for 2026. We're back on to kind of figuring all that out. And the paint that we are planning on using are tubes of Shinhan watercolors, which I got feedback about those watercolors that people wanted some professional ones. And I'm happy to say that we're going to do that. Ooh, burnt bronzite genuine. The colors, Tanya, did you keep the little stickers that were on the front of the colors of the pans? Come to Argentina. Wandering creativity, amazing news. Yes, it's going to be an amazing art retreat. If you can save up for it, do it. It's going to be incredible. I'm very, very excited. I need new water, guys. Very excited about this one. This one, the location is one of the ones that I requested because it's like a bucket list one of mine. I'm so excited. So yeah. But yeah, May 2026, the beginning of May 2026. Okay, so now we're getting more into like the earthy tones. Okay, wait, that other one, that pink one was, or the purpley one was Rose of Ultramarine, right? Oh, I see the Rose of Ultramarine. I'm just scribbling now. Are these paints artist grade? These ones specifically from the dot card? Yes. Daniel Smith is a very high quality, reputable brand. They're great. They can get very pricey, I will say that. They're not cheap. Partially why I haven't developed a collection of them, because like I said, I have too many watercolors and it would cost a lot to kind of get all the colors I want. But I'm thinking of getting a few colors here and there. They got messed up, but I took a screenshot of the list from Craftimo. And I don't think there's anything on the pans, right, Tanya? I mean, you can try and match them the best. There is, I don't know. Either way, like, I mean, I would just swatch them, Tanya. You can even make up names for them or just try and match your best to them. But yeah, just if you swatch them and know what colors are what, I mean, I think you'll be fine using them. There was a selection to buy the 48 pans. Yes, I think that was after my subscription. They were the ones that were in my subscription box, but after the subscription box ended, they started selling things separately. Oh, that's pretty. Just making sure. Quinacridone Deep Gold. Ooh. I don't need this color, but this is kind of pretty. It's very bright and warm. Tanya, though, if you need to message me about the colors, like I can give you maybe an idea of what colors are what. I haven't looked at those colors in a while since the subscription boxes, but if you have Instagram, Lunar Earth. Is that one of the ones you guys were talking about? That's fun. You can, if you have Instagram, you can message me over there. We can chat. Burnt yellow ochre. That's weird. That's just like feels like an Indian red. Garnet genuine. Ooh. Let's just swatch this over here. That's pretty. Wait, make this bigger. Very pigmented too. Roasted French ochre. Burgundy red ochre. Yeah, this burnt bronzite genuine is like sparkly. That's interesting. Indian red, very pigmented. Okay, perfect. Yeah, Tanya, if you want to, you can just message me on Instagram and then we can chat. Venetian red. I never use Indian red or Venetian red. I have a few tubes of them just from like that were gifted to me from a follower that I guess they didn't use either because they, but like they're very like pigmented colors. I don't know if I'd ever use them. There might be a fun challenge to like take some of these colors that you wouldn't think of buying or using much and just mixing them with other colors just to see what happens. Like I can, based on color theory, I can take a guess, but I don't actually know, right? Quinacridone Sienna. Ooh, look at that orangey. It's like burnt sienna, but orangier. Ooh, fancy. I want to go back and try all your videos from the beginning. So, actually, I will make an announcement here about something that's happening in July. I am going to make more of an announcement closer to the middle of June, but I'll let you guys know. July, I've decided to be insane and do 31 videos every day in July because July is apparently World Watercolor Month. So if you're newer to watercolor, even if you're not new to watercolor, this would be great to do. We're doing kind of like a daily challenge of tutorials starting from the basics. So I say beginners because I want people to know that if they haven't painted before, I'm starting right from the beginning. Are you trying these out of order? Are you trying these out to order some? Yes, sorry. I can read. Yes, I think I want to order a couple. I'm going to go through them at the end and see which ones I really, really like because there's some I'm already like, ooh, I like this. But yeah, so I say beginners because I am going to start from the beginning. But basically what I'm going to be doing is I have even started filming now 31 videos for July. They are going to be 10 minutes or less of simple technique tutorials. So like the first day, I'll give you an example. We're doing just like the wet on wet technique because this is what I started out with when I first started painting and I was going through my depression. I literally would paint backgrounds, just like water, and then I would put colors and just drop in color and watch the wet on wet technique just kind of do its thing, let it dry, and I would write positive quotes over top. That's how my whole watercolor journey started. So like that's day one, but every day is going to be 10 minutes or less of just getting you to paint something. So the first bunch of techniques, or the first bunch of videos are going to be like the first 10 days at least are going to be technique videos. So wet on dry, gradients, creating a flat wash. I'll even show you my sketchbook later of what we're doing. And then we're going to be getting into like little paintings of creating a flower using a gradient, doing transparent flowers. We're going to be doing monochrome flowers to work on, our value studies. We're also going to be doing like some landscape stuff. Ooh, pearly maroon is pretty. I love pearly maroon. That's so pretty. But yeah, and then we're just going to kind of work our way up through 31 days of videos. There's going to be about 3 live streams instead of a video. One of them is going to be on my birthday, which is the 22nd, and the day of my birthday. Ooh, deep scarlet's pretty. The day of my birthday, I'm also going to be doing a giveaway of my book and my brushes from my workshops and retreats. So it's like a pack of 3 brushes, and I'll see what else. Maybe some prints. Ooh, I like this. Whatever this maroon is. I feel like I have a similar maroon. I'm just gonna wet those up. But yeah, so 31 days in July. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be fun though. And I'm excited because if you haven't painted before and you're just starting out, it's gonna be perfect for you. Even if you've been painting for a while, like I go back to the basics at times. I've been painting for almost 10 years now, consistently. And still, when there's days where I don't know what I want to paint, I will go right back to the basics and create a flat wash or create gradients or just even do the wet on wet. So it doesn't matter how skilled you are or how long you've been painting, there's always room to go back to the basics and practice. And if you already know how to do it, go back and master it. So yeah, I wanted to come to Spain so bad. May might be perfect timing for next year. Anne-Marie, come. It's going to be fun. It's gonna be fun. Okay. Just wetting up some of these already. But yeah. Yes, please. I need some direction. I've been following a lot of tutorials, but I'm at the point where I'm just overwhelmed. Don't know what to do. Don't worry. I got you. We're going to go slow, and you just need to commit to 10 minutes a day. That's the whole thing, is I don't want you to feel like you need to sit and paint forever. Just little things here and there, just practicing. And it's about consistency. I think consistency over painting for an hour every once in a while. You know what I mean? Ooh, this permanent brown's pretty. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Consistency. So 10 minutes a day. Do it. Okay. Are there any on here that I'll come back to all the colors. I think I have one more sheet. I have two. Holy jeez. Okay. Your floral bouquets are my favorite tutorials to paint. I finished your monthly bouquets while you were in France. Oh, that's so great. And my hand's in the paint. Yeah, I feel like I haven't done a ton of florals a lot lately, and I miss it, but I have been trying to sneak them in here and there. But I've also been really enjoying my my mixed media stuff, guys. Okay, quinacridone gold. I do love a quinacridone gold. I think these are so pretty. Raw umber. Oh, that's a raw umber violet. Transparent brown oxide. I find, ooh, that's very nice and pigmented. That's pretty. I find there's just too many colors. Like, no one needs this amount of colors. Would love to join. My usual medium is acrylics, and watercolor's very, very different. And even a little bit tricky to get the hang of, especially if you're an acrylic painter, just because it's so different, but you can master it, no problem. Emma, what does your journey look like? Did you take initial courses other than Stephanie and Becca's? How do we get past beyond beginner's work? Actually, I never took any other courses outside Stephanie Fehrenbach and Becca's calligraphy course. Honestly, to become less of a beginner, you just need to paint. It's consistency. Honestly, it's consistency. That's how you get better, is just doing it more often and continuing to grow, trying different styles, trying even different mediums. Just all the things are going to help you become better. You just need to be consistent. And if something's not working for you, like a certain medium, even watercolor, if it's not working for you, try something different. Maybe try some line and wash, add some ink, add some pencils. Just see if there's something that kind of gives you that aha moment where you're like, oh, maybe this is what I'm meant to be doing. You know what I mean? You got to kind of find your own style by trying everything, I think. I can't wait to those pastels you have down there on the page. I know, right? These are like iridescent kind of sparkly ones. Which again, I'm not a big sparkly person, but we're going to see how it goes. There are a lot of pretty browns. I find the only brown I really use is burnt sienna. And then I'll just mix it with indigo to get a darker brown. Okay, that one needs to... Bloodstone genuine. Woohoo. Try gouache. I love gouache. I've actually been painting a lot more with gouache lately in my mixed media book. I just did created a couple dry gouache palettes, and I really enjoy them. Bloodstone. Ooh. Is that supposed to be like a black kind of thing? That's kind of pretty. Lunar Violet. Was this what someone was saying? Neutral tint. Do I have neutral tint? I'm gonna try this. Yeah, I actually just created a dried gouache palette recently, which I've been using. And typically people use gouache right out of the tube, which it's better consistency. It's a lot more creamier or more opaque. But the thing I was finding, ooh, this Jane's Gray, that's kind of nice. Jane's Gray and Payne's Gray. The thing I was finding when I would use gouache right out of the tube is, one, I would use a lot of paint. Two, I found myself just not reaching for it because I didn't want to have to set up a palette. Like, when you have to use it right out of the tube, you have to figure out how much of each color you're going to need, what colors you're going to need. There's a lot more planning. When you have it right in a palette already that's dried, you can just kind of go with the flow, and that's more my style. And you can reactivate gouache. It's just not as opaque. Ooh, I like this. Alvero's Fresco Gray. Ooh. I like that. But, like, do I need it? No. Hold on. Do I need this? Do I need it? Yeah, I can follow tutorials really well. My final work also turns out pretty well, but I can't do anything on my own. I need instructions and courses, but once that's over, I am back to before. You need to experiment more. So one thing that I did, because I believe it or not, I felt like I was struggling with finding my own style and all that stuff. So I followed Katie Moody's sketchbook, 30 days of sketchbook joy. Ooh, I like these like grayish bluey colors. Obsessed. And it just, because she gives you prompts and then you have to create it on your own, right? You're not following her tutorial necessarily. Okay, hold on. I like that. Joseph's Cool Gray. Cool Gray. Just going to throw that there. And it forces you to kind of come up with your own ideas through these prompts. And it allowed me to be just a lot more creative on my own. But I do get how it is hard to kind of come up with your own compositions and all that stuff. And the only thing I can say is just try it. Know that it's going to suck for a little bit. And they're not going to be amazing. And then try again. And then try again. Like, it's not ever going to be perfect. Your own work and your own ideas is not going to be perfect the first couple times. You really have to develop that over time and consistency. So just keep trying, I think. Lamp back. Okay, that's the lunar one, right? The lunar violet. Lunar violet. Okay, the cascade green is really cool. I feel like someone said the black. Lunar black. That's pretty granulating as well. I know it's all the way down here, you can't see, but I will show you after. I love Holbein's Ash Blue. I haven't tried that one. They had Holbein at Desiree's as well today. Like small tubes. But I feel like I need to try them out before I really buy. Chinese white, meh, I don't need that. Titanium white, I don't feel like I need that. Okay, I'm gonna just activate these quickly. Thank you, Anna. Makes sense. Something I can try. You just gotta try it all. Just getting into gouache. I love Holbein's Hummingbird Blue and Elm Green. Ooh. They sound nice. Hi, Dee. Welcome. time is it? 9:05. I've been swatching for an hour and I'm still not done. Still have another page to go. Yeah, I don't love sparkly paints. I'm just like, meh. Not my jam. I don't even know if I want to do all these, but I will. Well, you guys, I will. There look like there's a couple like dual tone ones. These paints are beautiful that you're swatching. Thank you. They're Daniel Smith dot cards. Duo Desert Bronze. That's kind of cool. Duo Saguaro Green. That's kind of pretty. Duo Crown. I will show closer ups after of these. Yeah, the Lunar Black is pretty granulating, eh? But I don't love a black paint, to be honest. It's just not my jam. This interference blue looks really cool. I wonder how that's going to look. Pink. Purple. Duochrome mauve. Duo lapis sunlight. I feel like some of these are going to dry really nice. It's hard to see, oops, right now, because they're so, like, they look better when they're dry. Okay, I'm curious about this interference blue. Is that it's really cool looking. It has like this tint of blue, but it's also white. Let's see how that dries. Interference copper. I'm saying that right. Interference gold. Yeah. It's also been a long day, so I don't know if I'm reading right. Okay. I can't really see too much up close. Yeah, I feel like these sparkly ones will look better on black. But I mean, like up to the light, this blue, this one is really pretty. I like that. That's kind of cool. Okay. Last card, guys. Okay. We have more iridescent colors. And then we have Daniel Smith Extra Fine. Ooh, gouache. Ooh, gouache. I didn't even realize there was gouache on here. Okay, my water is getting so dirty. Yeah, the rest of these are just sparkly ones. So I don't know how it's going to go. Just wetting them. I feel like they come alive a little bit better once they're wet. Just going to take a sip of water. Hi, Wendy. Welcome. Hi, Elena. Welcome, welcome. Join late, start from the beginning. You and Matt are the best. Thank you. Okay. I want to add green gold to my palette. I do like green gold. Not Daniel Smith. Michael Harding's Moss Green is one of my favorites. It's not a green gold, but it's similar. Curious about this one. This looks chunky. Like bigger chunks of sparkle. I'll have to show you my sparkly water after. It's so pretty. Iridescent moonstone. Iridescent blue silver. This is pretty. Ooh. Woohoo! I'm seeing your creativity. Thank you. I'm not sure how many of you know that you can zoom in on YouTube videos. Yes. I don't know how far you can zoom in, but I believe you can. I know it's hard to kind of see. And my camera is zoomed all the way in. But I will do a close-up of everything after and kind of go through the colors that like really stood out to me that I am planning on purchasing, I think. I just got to figure out where from. Or when I go to Hyatt's, I'll do that. Which one was this again? Oh yeah, the jade green. Have you tried Marie's watercolors? I think they are more organic or natural. I haven't heard of them. Oh yeah, sorry. I'm like rereading things. Okay, keep it going. Oops. That blue is pretty. Sapphire. Iridescent antique bronze. That's kind of pretty. I feel like I only use like sparkly paints as like an accent of like the border around a card. Sometimes maybe I'll like outline leaves like with a nice gold or something, but rarely. I haven't looked at Michael Harding. I'm a Daniel Smith girl. They're nice. I will say they are really nice. Okay, now I'm curious about the gouache. Oops. So I'm just going to wet all of these up with my very dirty water. You can see how dirty. Okay. Let's see how opaque they are. There's buff titanium. So this is gouache. Nice and opaque. Do you guys know if this is these are the only colors that they have of gouache for Daniel Smith? Seems like a small collection of colors. Wisteria. Ooh. I don't know why I went right there. I skipped some. Oh my gosh, my water is so dirty. I have to go change it so bad. Lavender. Why am I like I went right to these colors because I was curious. Pyro orange. I feel like I'm not a very big orange person. Like I love using the color orange, but I don't buy orange. I usually tend to make orange. Like I don't feel a need to put an orange in a palette because I feel like it's one of the easiest colors to make. Like you can mix any red and yellow and get an orange. You know what I mean? Ultramarine blue. Pretty. Yeah, these are so nice and opaque. Cascade green. So that's the color I want to get with the watercolor. I don't think this is going to be granulating. I don't think gouache can be granulating, can it? My zoom can get it to where there's only 2 paint samples on the screen. Ooh, that's good. Nice and close. I read that there are 74 Daniel Smith gouache. Okay. So this is just like a little sample of colors. Because I didn't see it there. These ones are very opaque, yes. So yeah, their gouache is opaque paint. It's it can be reactivated like watercolor, so it's a water soluble medium, but gouache is a very flat, matte, opaque paint. And you can layer light colors on top of dark colors, which is one of the beauty parts of gouache, which I've been doing a couple more tutorials on gouache lately, or I've been trying to film some stuff. I'll actually show you a couple things that are coming up soon. Oh my gosh, this is so dirty. Okay. See if I can activate this white to show you the opaqueness of it. So like, see how it goes right over the green? It's pretty opaque. Okay. Okay, so I have swatched all of the colors. Let's take a little appreciation moment for the sparkles. Can you see sparkles in there? It's like really gross. Okay. So many colors, but we're going to go through them all. And we're going to talk about the ones I like. Actually, I might circle some. Okay. I do have wisteria gouache on my palette and I love it. Ooh. Yeah, I like that purple. I've been gravitating towards purple and stuff. Okay, let's start at the beginning here. Some of these need to dry. I'm just being impatient. Okay. Colors I like. If you're still here and you had some recommendations of colors, put them in the chat now that I'm not swatching and I can see a little bit clearer. Okay, so buff titanium is one I already have. Yellows. I have so many yellows, so I really don't need a yellow. I do like this Aussie red gold, but I probably wouldn't use it. I feel like I have something like a transparent orange or something that's similar to that. Excuse me, was it Mayan orange that someone said? If I were to choose a red, this Perline Scarlet is really beautiful. I really love how vibrant this is. I don't know. There's nothing that's really standing out to me that I'm like, I need this. Pyrrole Crimson is a really nice deep red. Bordeaux is beautiful. Permanent Violet is beautiful. The thing is, I don't need a lot of these colors, but I'm just trying to look for things that stand out to me. That I'm like, I need that. Okay. I don't think there's anything on this page. Like I have so many pinks and purples or pinks and reds. There are some beautiful options though, if I run out. Okay. Rose of Ultramarine, someone said. I'm gonna do a little check there. Like Rhodonite Genuine. What color is that? I have to look and see what that is. Moonglow was another one. What was the other? Okay, Cascade Green. Bing. Green Appetite Genuine. This one was also really nice too. The Jadeite Green. Do you have an opera pink? I do. I don't love opera pink, to be honest. It's too vibrant for me. Potter's pink is a nice color to mute other colors. I haven't tried mixing Potter's pink before. I do have a Potter's pink in a couple different brands, and I don't really use it. It was red. I spelled wrong. Oh, red genuine. I don't know. Oh no, it was that one. Rhodonite. Is it granulating? Some of these colors you really have to test on other paper. And I'm just going to get a little bit of Potter's pink. Then maybe try and... What would you mix Potter's pink with? Let me know. Yeah, opera pink is a fugitive color, which I've heard, meaning that it's not very light fast. Like it will change and fade over time. It's super bright. That's not really, doesn't really scream Emma, right? Like when you look at me, do you think opera pink? No. Potter's pink is good for ears of bunnies, dogs, and cats. Yeah. Not a big fan of Potter's pink, to be honest. Permanent violet. Is this? It just looks pretty, but I don't know if that's granulating or not, or if it's just the paper. Okay, leave that for a second. Cerulean blue with Potter's pink. Really? Or green with Potter's pink. Really? What color does it make? I feel like this is such a muted, like, not gray, like muted reddish tone. Let's mix it with a green and a blue. Let's try. Cerulean, you said? It's like a gray. That's interesting. And then you said a green. What kind of green? Let's do this green. I don't know. It would make some sort of like brownish color, no? Opera pink and blue to make purple. I feel like that would be very vibrant, right? Like one of the biggest or the most vibrant mixes I could see would be opera pink and then like a phthalo blue. Neon purple. Undersea green is one you love. Yes, I love undersea green. That's like one of the only Daniel Smith ones I have. Okay. Permanent violet. Yeah, there's nothing else there. Okay. So I have a few on here that I like. Were there other ones? Was it the lunar blue that we liked? Let me try again. Let me try the lunar blue again. Or was it this blue appetite genuine? I think I need another piece of paper. Okay, there's lunar blue. Oh my god, I need to change my water so bad. Interesting. I'm not looking into your soul. I'm reading comments, by the way. Okay. What do we think? What do we think of that? I'm just gonna check off the lunar blue just in case. I feel like that's a little granulating and it's kind of interesting. Is it? Is that the one I did? Okay, leave that there for a second. All right. Any other ones? Okay. Ultramarine turquoise. Where's that one? Ultramarine turquoise. It's right here. Okay, I need another paper. I need another paper. Should I just put it in here? Yeah, we're just gonna swatch in here. Excuse me. Manganese blue hue. Where's that one? Okay, I'm gonna swatch. Hold. You know what? I'm so sorry to do this, guys. 1 second. Let me just go change my water. This is getting ridiculous. Yeah. Okay. I wasn't able to see the actual colors because it was just so dirty. Okay. Lunar blue, Estella blue, and lunar black. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I kind of like it. Okay. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go. Ugh. I'm going to write down the colors that I'm thinking. Rose of ultramarine. This one, moon glow. Lunar blue. And cascade green. I think that's a must. Cascade green. Jade. Diite. Genuine. Green. How do you say that? I want to say appetite, but that's not how you spell appetite. Genuine. Okay. Now that she's all gone, tell me what you really think. Also consider Mayan blue. Where's Mayan blue? Mayan blue. There's Mayan dark blue. Is that what you're talking about? Mayan dark blue. Oh, I love the ultramarines. There's Mayan blue genuine and Mayan dark blue. Which one do you mean, Allison? Mm-hmm. Let's see. Is this serpentine genuine too? This kind of... Okay, I'm going to activate these ones again so I can get a good idea of how they swatch. Okay, Rose of Ultramarine. Oops. I know you can't really see too well. And then water it down. So you can get the full range. Mayan Blue Genuine. Okay. I'll try that too. Where is it? I trust you, Allison. Okay, Moon Glow. I have heard a lot about Moon Glow, so I feel like that's a must as well. Okay, Lunar Blue. I just love when they separate. Lunar Blue. I didn't put Mayan Blue. Oops, wrong thing. Where's my pencil? Mayan Blue. Allison, what was the one that you told me in France? Was it one of these? I feel like we talked about one of these colors. Was it Cascade Green? I feel like there was a day. There was a color you pointed out to me. Can't remember though. Yeah, lunar blue looks really cool, eh? Just want to keep. Okay. Jaded green. I just like this green. Sorry if it's not in frame. I'm trying. Like that. This green. I love how all these ones I ended up loving are like all on the same page. It's handy. Like that, and then Mayan blue, genuine. Ooh, oops, there we go. Come on. Come on. It's not going too much darker. And then what was that? Serpentine, genuine? Wrong thing. Serpentine. Serpentine. Is this interesting for you guys? I feel bad. I feel like you guys are just like, what is she doing? Maybe I should just reach out to Daniel Smith and be like, hey, do you want to send me these colors? Do a video on them. Be your best friend. Okay, let those dry for a minute. Okay. Solidite is granulating dark blue. There's so many. I don't know what to do. Okay. I'm gonna leave that page alone for a second. Move on to the next one. Undersea green is one of my favorites. I already have it. Their olive green is nice. The green gold is nice. This rich green gold is kind of nice. Don't need it though. I don't know if any of these browns are really standing out to me. Are any of these like really granulating? Any of these browns that you would recommend are granulating? Like even like I feel like my collection could use like a warm granulating color, you know? Because I feel like these are mostly very blues and greens, which I love, but like if I wanted to add warmth to a painting, what would you go with? You should see if you can be one of their ambassadors. I know, right? That's the dream. I hope we all meet up at the Daniel Smith factory in Washington and spend a few days painting. Can you imagine? That would be fun. Okay, let me know if there's a brown-ish. There's a couple that I might swatch on the side. I don't know. Like I'm really digging these like burnt oranges. But I would really like a granulating one. I really like this permanent brown. It's very like chocolatey. Like look at this. That's just a really pretty color. Quinn burnt orange. That's what I was looking at. Is that... Oh, this Hermitite Violet Genuine. That's interesting. And then this burnt orange. I'm going to try it this way. Quinn, burnt orange, and hematite. I don't know how to say these. Violet Genuine. Okay. It's not very warm, but the burnt orange is. I just want to see if this is granulating. I'm just going to go right over top of the words. Like that. This is definitely granulating, but I don't know if I like the blackness of it. You know? Okay. That one, transparent brown oxide for granulating brown. Transparent brown oxide. Where are you? This garnet genuine looks cute too. Cute. Okay. Hold on. Where is it? Is it on this page? Transparent brown. There's just so many options. But then the other thing is, are they available? Or maybe it's on this sheet. Are they available in stock? Transparent brown oxide. There it is. Let's just let's put some of these on here. Ah, too many things. My desk is not big enough. Are any of these? Oh, what was that one? Joseph's, was it cool gray? I think it was this cool one. Also, this looked interesting. Okay, let's try this transparent brown oxide. And then wet it up. Okay, then I'm going to do this Alvero's Fresco Gray, just because I like the color. It's like this bluish gray. Oh, it wasn't that. It was the cool gray of the Joseph C's cool gray. That's the one I wanted to look at. That looks kind of granulating and separating. Hold on. I have for my burnt scarlet genuine. It's granulating, but it's not my favorite. Okay. Okay, let me see, because this one kind of had my eye. There's so many like really cool granulating colors. I want more warm ones that separate and look cool. You know what I mean? Might have to swatch all of these again, but on a separate piece of paper, because I feel like this swatch card is not doing it justice. You know? Okay, I like this one too. I like you. I like you. Transparent brown. Meh. The burnt orange I don't love. I wish there was like a different one that was like really separating, but like that color. Let's try the garnet genuine. Are there any? I do like this permanent brown, to be honest. I just like the warmth of it. Look at that. I feel like it's a color I don't have. I really like the depth of the darkness of the brown. But then it's super warm. Lunar black is great for pet fur. Oh. I don't do a lot of pets. You know? You guys know me. I'm like, ugh, animals. Love animals. Don't love painting them. Although I have gotten way better over the years. Like, way better. Practice. But it's still, like, scares me. Okay, these are kind of similar. The garnet genuine and the permanent brown gonna see how they dry. And if there's anything else on here that's standing out to me. Don't need olive green. You have so many. What about this Azo Nickel? That looks kind of interesting, and that's a warmer color. Let's see how that does. There's enough pigment there to make something rather than swatching them again. Yes, I would say so. I would say there is. Like, I mean, there's still a decent amount of paint on a lot of these. You could definitely paint something with them. Like, I mean, $44 is a lot for paint, right? Okay, yeah, this Joseph's Cool Gray is interesting. It's almost like it's granulating, but it's not quite. I don't know if I love it. Is there anything else? Don't love the iridescent, although this, yeah. I mean, they look really cool in the light, but not my jam. Okay. Okay. Rose of Ultramarine is ridiculously granulating. Yeah, I swatched it here. So I'm definitely going to have to get, you ready? I'm going to have to get Cascade Green, Moon Glow are for sure. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to have to play around more. I don't know. I also have to see what's in stock. Like, let's see if I can paint something. I love the Cascade Green, but what would I use it for? What would I use it for? There's still like a decent amount. Like if I was to do, a quick little painting, like just here. Let's do like a, this is my Etcher sketchbook, by the way. Let's see how, ooh, can you see that? Ooh, that bleeds quite a bit. That's pretty. Like, I feel like this would be a great color for like a cool winter painting. You know what I mean? That's what I'm kind of going for right now. Just like trees. That's pretty. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like playing. That's fun though. It's like a very cool color. I do love that. What was the other one I really liked? Moon Glow. This jadeite. I don't know how to say these words. Yeah, background mountains or foliage for that. I love greens. I don't know what I'm doing. Pretty. Anyway, About a year ago, I switched to Daniel Smith as my go-to watercolors. They are very nice. Okay, I'm gonna have to check on Amazon and see how much things are. I feel like they're gonna be expensive. But yeah, okay, I'm actually gonna show you some other things that I was talking about. I still haven't decided fully on what colors I want, but there's time. I can figure it out later. Okay, so that was fun. So if you missed it, I said in July, I am doing a 31 days of watercolor practice, and we're going to be doing like beginner techniques and all that stuff. So like, for example, like the day one, we're going to be doing this like background of wet on wet technique. We're going to be doing fun color bleeds, working on a flat wash, just stuff like this. So we're doing 31 days of beginner techniques. Then they're going to start to apply to paintings as we move on within the month. But July is World Watercolor Month. We're going to be having so much fun. I will make a post about it and like a little promo video as we get closer. But set your calendars. I just hit my my thingamajigger. You know what it's called. Mike. I think I'm tired. But yeah, so that's going to be fun. Oh, the other thing I got at the art store today, which I'm excited to try out, are these Ecoline watercolors. They're liquid watercolors. I've only ever tried liquid watercolors. Honestly, I think it was 2016 or 2017 when I started painting. I got the Dr. P.H. Martin liquid watercolors. I didn't love them, but I thought I would give these a go. And then we could do like a comparison video on these versus pan versus tubes. So that will be fun. And then I also, the other thing I got at the art store today was a tube of gouache. I got a permanent rose, which is my favorite pink because I didn't actually have a pink that I liked of gouache. And I do love these gouache ones. And I was talking about how I did a dry palette of gouache. It's actually downstairs right now, but where is it? I also recently got, which I'm excited to do a video on. I actually did a video of me filling this. One of those art toolkit palettes. Look how tiny this thing is. The pocket palettes, so small. So I actually filled it with gouache. This is it dry. It has separated and cracked a bit, but I think it'll be fine to use because it's like sealed tight. It's not gonna like fall around in the palette. And then I can just kind of take it on the go. So I did one palette. I got two of these palettes, one palette with watercolors and one palette with watercolor. Did I say gouache? Gouache and watercolors. So I can show you guys a video of that. That's gonna be fun, doing more gouache stuff. And yeah, so that's kind of my video for this evening. That's our live stream. It's been, oh my gosh, it's been almost 2 hours. I'm tired. I need to go to bed. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was fun. And thank you. Yes, Ecoline are ink based. So they're not really like, they're not pigments. They're like, they do stain. So they're like inks. But some people use them as like a different form of watercolor. So we'll see in the video I end up doing. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Sorry, here's my full face. My very tired full face. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me while I swatched all of the colors. I think I have a pretty good idea of what I like now. And I'm going to try really, really hard to not buy all the colors. Although they are fun. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. And if you guys have any, what's your favorite yellow color? I like just like a cadmium yellow or a lemon yellow. Not a huge yellow person, and a yellow ochre. Yellow ochre is almost always in my palette. It's hard to choose what color paints to buy individually. I know, right? But I have a better idea now, I feel like. So thanks for joining me, guys. If you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys soon. I do have another video coming out tomorrow where I paint a silly Father's Day card with mushrooms on it. And it's just fun. But thanks for hanging out with me, guys, and I will see you again soon. Bye. Good night.